In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing my 6-step process to making your first $500 online organically without spending money on ads or having a massive social following. Now, if you're new here, my name is William. I teach people how to start and grow an online business without having to spend any money on ads or having an already massive social following. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Now, the first step is understanding what your niche is going to be. There's all different kinds of niches that you can get into. Some of the common ones are fitness, maybe it's wealth, maybe it's relationships, but there's tons of them, and don't limit yourself to just those. Something I like to do when I'm working with somebody is asking them, hey, like, what do people come to you for? What's the common theme that you see people coming and asking questions to you? If you got the opportunity to talk about it, what would it be? What are these topics? You don't have to go into super detail right now. It's just, what is the category of conversation that you're going to kind of keep yourself in? Hey, before we jump into the next step, I actually have a free guide that you can download called My 6 Steps to Your First $500 Online. Again, without spending money on ads or having a massive following, which is the exact title of this video, which means I have a step-by-step guide that you can actually print off and have with you while you're watching this video and reference it later. I go into more detail, add more bonus tips and more resources for you to maximize your ability to start earning money online right away. You can go to thewillrichards.com/6 steps to get that free guide to level up what you're watching right now. Now, the second step is identifying your unique audience inside of that niche. The goal is to find a problem, a starving audience that needs help, that needs a new, fresh professional to come in and say, hey, there's a better way of doing this. This has to be you. And you can do this a few different ways. You understand what the niche that you'll be operating in, let's just say it's fitness, right? That is the overall niche that you're doing. Well, now you have to find the problem inside of that niche that you are really good at solving. The way I like to do this is think of a very specific person that you love to help. Maybe it's a very specific result that you'd like to get for them or that you want to get for them. Think about that in your mind. How can you help someone solve a very specific problem? Now, using the fitness space, for example, let's just say your niche is fitness. Well, if you just did general fitness advice, it's not gonna work for you, right? It's so general. There's so many different people, so many different conversations and buckets of content in the fitness space. You'll never gain traction. You're gonna feel like nothing is ever working. But let's say in the fitness space, you go into weight loss. Well, okay, you're isolating yourself to a smaller pool of people. Not everyone's looking for weight loss, so you can go there, but could you go even deeper? Could you find an even more specific person that you're really good at helping, you can solve their problem, and you have a really good strategy of doing that? So a third step or a third layer to this understanding your audience is maybe it's postpartum moms. So you're in the fitness space, you're gonna help with weight loss, maybe some lifestyle stuff, but it's specifically geared to moms who are postpartum. So not only are you a fitness professional, not only are you going to help people lose weight, but you're gonna help a very specific person. So now all of your efforts can be focused on what is this person saying? What are the problems that this person deals with? What does the ideal person need to be doing in order to get healthy, change their lifestyle, lose weight after having kids? That is your starving audience. That's the problem for a very specific person that you're gonna solve. Now, the third step is creating the free guide that you're gonna give away in exchange for people's emails. You have your idea, you have your audience, you have your niche. Now, let's get people to come into your world so that you can start serving them. Now, to find what your free guide should consist of or what problem it should solve. Now, when it comes to picking or creating your unique free guide, you have to really do some digging. Don't just do any kind of generic free guide. A tool that I like to use is both Reddit and Quora. Websites like that, where it's kind of like a public forum where people are asking questions and getting answers from random people. So one specifically is Reddit. Inside of Reddit, there's a lot of subreddits of very different topics. So for example, there's a weight loss one, there's a fitness one, well, there's also a postpartum one. There's postpartum stress, postpartum weight loss, and all of these subreddits have people every day asking very good questions and getting answers that may be good or bad. What you can do is go into these subreddits and just be a fly on the wall. Look at the questions that people are asking. What are some of the common themes that you're seeing that could be solved relatively easy if just given a more strategic step-by-step approach? That is a great idea for a free guide. Now, a few rules you want to follow when it comes to creating your free gift that you're going to give away and attract people into your business with. One, don't overcomplicate it. You being the expert of the information or the topic that you are in is going to kind of want you to make things that are very complicated, very like drawn out, lots of detail. And people don't want to read that stuff. They don't want to see this 32-page guide to losing weight after you have kids. Instead, make things super simple. Find a very unique problem, have a very unique solution to that problem that is very specific, and keep it simple. Keep it high level. Keep it something they can take action on, get an instant result for it, and be satisfied and happy through little effort. A second tip is always over deliver. Something that people get lost on is just being generous, right? You have a free guide, you give them a solution to a very small problem, but inside of that free guide, feel free to drop some extra stuff that you don't even mention on the page where you advertise this or when you mention it on your videos or content that you create. But find ways of over delivering. Maybe it's a bonus free guide, maybe it's a bonus training, a free tip that you don't normally share to people who you're not working with one-on-one. Whatever it is, over deliver. They'll always be happy and they'll come back for more. Now, the fourth step is one of my favorites, and that is starting to create content. There are lots of different platforms that you can create content on, such as YouTube. You can podcast, you can do TikTok, you can do Instagram, you can do long form content, short form content. There's a lot of different variables when it comes to content. And when it comes to picking the right one for you, it really kind of depends on which you kind of connect with or what you prefer to make content and view content yourself. Now, me personally, I always suggest starting a YouTube channel because A, this content's searchable, as in while you sleep for years and years, people will be searching for very specific topics in your niche. Now, what you can do is create content that is searchable. YouTube will deliver this content to these people. Your free gift will capture these people. And not only that, you can take that long form content and break it down into smaller form content that then you can repurpose across all platforms. Now, when creating content for your channel, you want to think about creating content in buckets. An example of this is eating out. Let's say postpartum moms have a hard time picking healthy choices when eating out. So you have a playlist or a bucket of content that's just eating out. And inside of that bucket will be different topics of how to pick the best dessert when you're eating out. What are the best restaurants that you should be eating out at? Lots of different topics that you can create content around, but think of it first as big buckets, and then what ideas can you fill these buckets with as far as content. The fifth step is serving and nurturing your audience. You have a great idea, you have an audience that you are helping, you're solving a problem specifically, you've created your free gift and you're capturing these people, you're creating content so you can share this free gift to the people who are watching your content, and now they're getting that free gift, and what do you want them to do? Well, this is where you nurture them. This is where an email funnel typically comes in, or some kind of email platform that you can then now deliver bonus content or the weekly content that you're creating. The goal here is to build, know, like, and trust. If you are another fitness expert spouting off a bunch of fitness and weight loss tips, well, you sound like everyone else. So as you're dialing in your audience and your messaging and how you deliver content in your specific niche, you want to also be giving them value. You want to earn that trust, deliver free stuff before you start asking for money from them. Now, the most important part of an email list is having a platform that you love. Now, there's a lot of cheap variations of this, like MailChimp. When I first started my online business many years ago, I used MailChimp, and it became very difficult because as your list grows, it charges you more money and it just gets really expensive. Now today, I personally use Kajabi. I use Kajabi to run all aspects of my business, from my website to the products that I build and sell, to the landing pages that I use to capture people's email addresses, to the sales pages, to the free gifts, to everything I do in my business is ran through Kajabi. And one of the major things they do really well is email. So to find out which is best for your business, obviously do your own research. If you want a platform, if you want a software that is really awesome for online businesses designed for you in mind, you might want to check out Kajabi. If you're interested in hearing more about Kajabi, there's a link in the description where you can get a free 30-day trial to check out Kajabi, see what it's like, and see if it'll fit your business needs. Now, you've probably been wondering, when in the world can we start making money? Where's this $500+ going to come from? Well, now you are at step 6. You have your idea, you have your audience, you have your free gift, you've been nurturing, you've been building know, like, and trust, you've been starting conversations on social media with people who you know that you can serve. They just might be a little bit resistant to a random stranger, but if you keep working on building that trust, building that reputation of being a professional who knows what they're doing, now you can offer a service. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can do this. Last week, we talked about high ticket versus low ticket offers. High ticket is a high demand because you're working with them one-on-one. Usually you can charge a lot of money for this, anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. Well, low ticket offers, usually like online courses that are self-guided, you can charge anywhere from $47 to $499. So what I suggest you do is thinking about what serves you the best. What do you prefer to do? If it's something where it's like, hey, I'd rather just be passive, I want to build the course and just sell it without me having to do any more work with them, then an online course might be something that you want to look at. Now you have to pick, do I want to start with a low ticket, a $47 simple course, or do I want to have more of a full plan for someone who is postpartum, looking to lose weight or a very specific goal in a very specific period of time? Well, now you can charge between $47 or $99 and $499. And you can earn that first $500 and beyond. Now, if you'd prefer, hey, I like conversations, I like engaging with people, I like the idea of charging a lot of money, and I don't mind giving up my time to work with someone one-on-one, then I would go with the high ticket offer. You can reach out to 5 or 10 of your friends or followers on Instagram or any social media platform that you use and start having conversations saying, hey, I actually do this really, really well. Check out this result or check out my own personal transformation. I actually have a service where I can help you. I take the next 12 weeks of my time and I give you the exact step-by-step process that you should be taking. And when they ask for the price of it, there isn't really a right or wrong price. What you just want to think about is you are giving up your time. When it comes to the high ticket offers, people are working with you one-on-one. They're having phone calls with you. You're meeting with them on a weekly basis. So make sure you're being compensated for that. There's no reason why you cannot get them to give you at least $1,000 for that time and that specific result. So if you think about this, whether you go with the high ticket offer or the low ticket offer, it just simply comes down to math and conversations. The more conversations you have, the more people that you find that need your help, and the more like and trust that they can build in you, they're gonna wanna solve that problem, right? And if they trust you and you say, hey, I do have a really quick solution, it just takes this much time, I'm gonna walk you step by step through it, they'll be happy to pay you for that solution. So find out which one works best for you, do the math, and go after finding that first client to lock down that first 500. The cool part about earning your first 500, it's kind of like a proof of concept. You've done it. You've made your first sale online, whether it was a online course, a little bit passive course, or a high ticket offer. Everything stays the same from a perspective of scaling. If you can make your first sale, your first $5, $10, $100, well, you can make your first $10,000. It's a matter of continuing dialing in on your messaging, dialing in on your free gifts and all the serving that you do inside of your email funnel. All of these things add up to a successful, scalable business. So have conversations, meet new people, solve problems, give away a lot of free content, and I promise you, you're gonna be rewarded handsomely. Before you run off, make sure you go grab that free guide, my 6 steps to your first $500 online without spending money on ads or having a massive social following. It is the actual step-by-step printable options for this specific video here today. So if you liked what you heard, you want to see me go deeper into more of the strategy, the step-by-step, and giving you an actual roadmap with bonus material, go grab that free guide. Go to thewillrichards.com/6 steps. Thanks again for watching, guys. God bless, and I will see you on the next episode.